Hi and welcome to Chemipedia chemistry classes for 11th and 12th standard. In this video, I am going to discuss about some previous year NEET questions, which is based on solid state lesson. So those who are appearing for NEET exam, this video will be very useful. Please keep watching my videos and subscribe. Right. Now question number 1. In a HCP lattice, C-type cation and A-type anions are present. The anions form HCP structure and cation occupies 75% of octahedral voids. So what will be the molecular formula of that ionic compound? Right. You are given different options. Let us see what is the solution for this. Okay. The ionic compound has HCP structure so that the number of atom per unit cell in HCP is about 6 and the number of octahedral voids also the same number, whereas the number of tetrahedral voids will be about twice the number of atoms, isn't it? So it is about 12. Right. Now the anions form hexagonal packing, isn't it? So that the number of anions present in the ionic compound will be about 6, whereas only 75% of octahedral voids are occupied by cations, isn't it? So cation number, it is supposed to be 6, but actually the 75% of octahedral voids only occupied by cations, so that the number of cations 6 into 75 divided by 100. So I am getting 9 by 2. Therefore, the molecular formula, the cation number is about 9 by 2, anion number 6. So just I do cross multiplication so that I am getting C9A12. I divide both numbers by a common number 3 so that I am getting C3A4. So that is the molecular formula of the ionic compound. Okay, so look at the options. The answer is C3A4. So option D is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. Okay, right. Right, now look at the next question. So iron has BCC lattice at room temperature above 900 degrees Celsius. It is transferred into another structure, FCC. Now the question is, what is the ratio of density at room temperature to 900 degrees Celsius? Here we assume that molecular mass and atomic radii are taken constant. Okay, right. Now this question will be solved based on density formula. Okay, right. So the density formula is nothing but rho equal to small n into capital M divided by A cube into NA, isn't it? For a BCC structure, you know that 4R is equal to root 3A, isn't it? Therefore, A equal to 4R divided by root 3, and the number of atoms per unit cell in a BCC lattice is about 2. Similarly, for a FCC crystal, 4R is equal to root 2A, whereas A equal to 4R divided by root 2, and the number of atom per unit cell for FCC lattice is about 4. Okay, right. Now, so we are going to find out the density ratios, so that we are going to find out the ratio between rho 1 and rho 2, isn't it? Right. Now in the numerator, so I am going to substitute the data of BCC cube. So in the place of N2 and molar mass constant, I take it as M divided by, in the place of A cube, so I am substituting A value 4R divided by root 3 the whole cube into Na, Avogadro number. Similarly, in the denominator, I have substituted the values of phase center cubic crystal, isn't it? Right. But now the Na gets cancelled, even M value also, isn't it? So that I am getting 2 by 4 equal to 4R. So this goes up. 4R divided by root 2 the whole cube goes up. 4R divided by root 3 whole cube comes down, isn't it? So I am getting this one. Now I can cancel 4R in the numerator as well as denominator, as well as this 2 by 4 also. So I am getting 1 by 2 into, now this goes up. The denominator, that is root 3 whole cube, goes up, which is nothing but 3 root 3 divided by root 2 whole cube comes down, which is nothing but 2 root 2, isn't it? So now when I multiply the denominator by this number, I am getting 3 root 3 divided by 4 root 2. So that is the answer. This is the ratio between the densities, ratio between density of ion when it is transferred from body center cubic lattice to face center cubic lattice. Okay, so now let us look at the options. 3 root 3. The answer is 3 root 3 divided by 4 root 2. 3 root 3 divided by 4 root 2. It's nothing but option C. Okay, right. So now look at the next question. Question number 3. Which of the following statement is an incorrect statement? Okay, there you are given 4 different statements. From that, one is not a correct one. You have to find out that one. Okay. So look at option A. In Schottky defect, density decreases. In Schottky defect, density decreases. That is a correct statement because Schottky defect is due to the missing of cations and anions from lattice point, isn't it? So that due to missing of ions, due to formation of vacancies, lattice vacancies, there is a decrease in density of the crystal. So first option is right one. And second one, sodium chloride in solid state is insulator. You know very well that ionic compounds are acting as insulators when they are in solid state because the ions are not able to move, isn't it? So that's the correct one. Silicon is a semiconductor. Silicon, germanium are semiconductors, you know very well. Then silver is a good conductor of electricity because silver is a metal, so it is a very good conductor of electricity. So option B also a correct statement. Okay, right. Look at C. Frankel defect. The size of cation and anion are equal. Whereas size of cation and anion are almost equal. That is only in case of Schottky defect. Whereas in case of Frankel defect, the size of cation and anion are different. Okay. So this statement is an incorrect statement. Okay. So up here the answer is option C is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. Okay. So let us check even D also. Okay. Right here. Option D, what is given there is Fe 0.98 O has non-stoichiometric metal deficiency defect. You know very well that FeO and FeS are example for metal deficiency defects. Their metallic cations are missing from the lattice points so that they form a non-stoichiometric compound, isn't it? So that the option D also right one. The correct answer is option C. That is in Frankel defect, size of cation and anion are equal is given here, but it will be different. Okay, right. Now question number 4. Look at question number 4. Okay, right. Calcium fluoride has fluoride structure. Right. Now what is the coordination number of calcium 2 plus and F minus ions? Okay, so now here you have to find out coordination number of calcium 2 plus ion and F minus ions. Okay, right. So before that you should know what is meant by coordination number first of all. Coordination number is nothing but number of nearest neighbors. Number of nearest neighbors or number of nearest oppositely charged ions. Number of nearest oppositely charged ions. So now you have to find out how many nearest fluoride ions that Ca2 plus has as well as how many nearest calcium 2 plus ion that fluoride ion has. Okay, right. Now when we look at the structure of calcium fluoride, in calcium fluoride 8 fluoride ions are surrounding each calcium 2 plus ion. Okay, so look at the structure. Here you can see that that Ca2 plus ion is getting surrounded by 8 fluoride ions, isn't it? Similarly, when we observe a fluoride ion, you can see each fluoride ion will be surrounded by 4 calcium 2 plus ion. So that for calcium 2 plus ion, the nearest neighbor is nothing but this 8F minus. So that coordination number of Ca2 plus ion is about 8. Similarly, fluoride ion is surrounded by the nearest 4 calcium 2 plus ions, isn't it? Therefore, the coordination number of fluoride ion is about 4. So the answer is coordination number of calcium 2 plus is 8, F minus is 4. So the answer is 8 is to 4. Answer is 8 is to 4. Okay. Then similarly, other crystals such as sodium chloride, it can be called as 6 is to 6 because sodium ion and chloride ion coordination number is 6. And remember the other example also. Cesium chloride 8 is to 8. Then zinc oxide 3 is to 3. Titanium dioxide is about 63. So you can expect even this type of question also. Okay, right. So now let us check the answer. The answer is 8 is to 4, isn't it? So that option C is the correct one. Okay, right. Now we go for the next question. Question number 5. Lithium has BCC lattice. So its density is about 530 kilogram per meter cube. Then its molar mass is about 6.94 gram per mole. Now the question is, what is A value? So what is the A value? Which means you have to calculate edge length. You have to calculate edge length. Okay, right. So now let us see how to do this. Okay. So actually this is based on density formula. It's based on density formula. So density formula is rho equal to n into m divided by a cube into Na, isn't it? So I rearrange the formula so that I am getting a cube equal to nm divided by rho into Na, isn't it? Okay. So BCC lattice, so that n value is about 2, isn't it? And molar mass is given. It is nothing but 6.94 gram per mole in the question. So I substitute that value. And denominator Na Avogadro number. Okay, right. So this is nothing but density 530 into 10 power minus 3. Actually the density is given in kilogram per meter cube. So I am supposed to make it as gram per centimeter cube. So that's what I have done here. Okay. The density is 500 kilogram per meter cube. So that I multiply by 1000 to make it as gram. And I multiply by 10 power minus 2 the whole cube. 10 power minus 2. This is not 2, this is 3. I multiply by 10 power minus 2 the whole cube for making it as per cubic centimeter. So that as a result of that I am getting 530 into 10 power minus 3 gram per cubic centimeter. That is the density of this lithium crystal that is substituted in the denominator in the place of rho. Okay. Right. So after simplification I am getting a cube value about 43.5 into 10 power minus 24. So that when I take cubic root for the right side value, so I am getting A value about 352 into 10 power minus 10 with unit centimeter. So I make it as a meter. I multiply by 10 power minus 2. So I am getting 352 into 10 power minus 12 meter. You know 10 power minus 12 meter is nothing but a picometer. So that the final answer 352 picometer. Okay, right. So this is the edge length of this lithium crystal. Answer is 352. So option A, B, C. So look at option D. Option D is the right option. Okay, right. So next question. Question number 6. Radius of cation is given. So that is 0.98 into 10 power minus 10 meter. As well as radius of anion also given. 1.81 into 10 power minus 10 meter. Okay. Now what is the coordination number of this ionic crystal? So what are given here? Radius of cation as well as radius of anion. So from that you have to find out coordination number of the ionic crystal, isn't it? Right. For this what you have to do is you have to take radius ratio. So if you know the radius ratio of an ionic crystal, you are able to find out the coordination number of the crystal as well as even the geometry also. Okay, right. So this is the answer for that one. So radius of cation divided by radius of anion. I am taking the ratio between radius of cation and anion, isn't it? So I am substituting the values so that I am getting 0.514. Okay, right. Now this value lies between the range 0.414 to 0.732. If the radius is lying between this range, then the compounds generally have coordination number 6 with geometry octahedral. Okay, right. And we have even other ranges also. Okay, here the answer is 6. Here the answer is 6. So look at options. Option A 8, B 2, C 6, isn't it? So this is the right answer. Okay, right. And we have other ranges also. Suppose if the radius ratio lies between 0.155 to 0.225, then the coordination number of the crystal will be about 3. If the radius ratio is between 0.225 to 0.414, coordination number will be 4. The range is between 0.7 to 1. The coordination number is 8. So that you have to remember even the other also. Okay, right. So now let us go for the next question. Question number 7. The empty space in BCC lattice unit cell is what? Okay, what is the empty space, free space in body center cubic lattice? Okay, so for that you are supposed to know the packing fraction values. We have learned that the packing fraction calculation for different cubic system, whereas for simple cubic system it is about 52.33%, isn't it? Whereas body center cubic system, it is about 68%. Face center cubic system, it is about 74%. So these are nothing but space occupied by the atoms. It is in BC system, the space occupied by the atoms is about 68%. So the question is, what is the empty space, isn't it? So the empty space is about 32%. So look at the options. Option C is the right one. Okay, right. Question number 8. Which of the following is a correct statement? So there are 4 options given. So you have to find out the correct statement among the given 4. Okay, right. Option A, Schottky defect, there is no change in density. You know very well, in Schottky defect, there is a change in density. Density decreases, isn't it? Due to missing of ions. So that is a wrong statement. Option B, Schottky defect, example, halides of silver. Silver halides are example for Schottky defect. There is also a wrong one, because so alkali metal halides are example for Schottky defects, isn't it? Right. So look at option 3. Schottky defect, the size of cation and anion are different. Size of cation and anion are different. But whereas in Schottky defect, size of cation and anion are almost similar. So option C also wrong one, isn't it? Right. Now look at option D. Option D, Frankel defect, dislocation of ions takes place, isn't it? So this is the correct statement. Okay, because you know very well, you have already learned that in Frankel defect is due to the dislocation of cation to the interstitial space, isn't it? So that the right option, the correct statement here is nothing but option D. Okay, right. So now let us move to the next question. Question number 9. A metal is crystallized in cubic lattice with edge length 361 picometer and n value about 4. Number of atom per unit cell is about 4. Okay, right. So what is the radius? What is the radius? Okay, so here n value is given about 4. So which means it is nothing but a face centered cubic lattice. So a value is given. From that we have to find out the radius value, r value. Okay, right. Now let us see the solution. So already we have learned that for our FCC system, the 4r is equal to root 2a, isn't it? 4r is equal to root 2a, right? Whereas r is equal to root 2a divided by 4. So this is the formula for this question. So root 2 into a value is given the question is nothing but 361 picometer. So I substitute that a value divided by 4. I cancel 361 and 4. So I'm getting 90.2. Value of root 2 is 1.414, isn't it? 1.414 into 90.2. So I'm getting about 127.5. So that is the radius of this FCC crystal, isn't it? So answer 127.5. So look at the options: 80, 108, 40, 127. So option D is the right one. Option D is the right one. Okay, right. So now let us go for question number 10. Okay, right. If A is the length of a side of a cube, so A is nothing but edge length of a cube. Now, what will be distance between body center atom and one corner atom? If A is the length of a side of a cube, what is the distance between body center atom and one corner atom? Okay, so it's nothing but a body center cubic lattice. Body center cubic lattice. Here we have to find out the distance between a corner atom and a body center atom. Okay, right. So now let us see how to find it out. Okay, right. Right now I have drawn the body center cubic structure. This is nothing but BCC crystal lattice. This is a corner atom. This is another one. This is a corner atom which is lying behind. So it is actually located left top of the back side. Okay. So this corner atom, front, right, bottom. Front, right, bottom. Then this is nothing but a body center atom. Okay, right. Now actually they are placed diagonally. Okay, right. Now these three atoms are in contact with each other. Then from this point to this is nothing but radius of this corner atom. Then this whole length is nothing but diameter of this body center atom is nothing but twice the radius of this atom, isn't it? Then from this point to this point is nothing but radius of this corner atom. Now this total length, the whole length is nothing but 4r, isn't it? That 4r is equal to root 3a that we have already derived in packing fraction derivations, isn't it? Right. Now the question is, they're asking to find out distance between a corner atom and body center atom. So now what they are asking is this distance from this point to this point, isn't it? The whole length is 4r. So this is nothing but half of that one, isn't it? Which means they are asking a 2r, isn't it? 4r equal to root 3a. We want 2r. So divide left side by 2. 4r divided by 2. So that we have to divide right side also by the same number. Okay. But therefore 2r is equal to root 3a by 2. That is the answer. Okay. So that the distance between the corner atom and the body center atom is about root 3a divided by 2. Okay. So look at the options. Root 3a divided by 2. Probably option D will be the answer, isn't it? Is the right answer. Okay, right. So now we go for question number 11. A metal has a FCC lattice with edge length about 404 picometer and density about 2.72 gram per cubic centimeter. So what is the molar mass? Okay, so even this problem also based on density formula. So you have to find out density from given values A as well as density. Right, now here it's given it is a FCC lattice, so that you have to remember that n value is about 4. Okay, right. So it is a FCC lattice, so you are going to find out the molar mass, isn't it? Right. So after rearrangement, so you are getting a formula m is equal to rho into a cube into Na divided by small n, isn't it? So density is given in the question, it is about 2.72 gram per cubic centimeter into edge length is given 404 picometer. It's nothing but 404 into 10 power minus 12 meter, isn't it? The whole cube into this is nothing but Avogadro number value, isn't it? Divided by this is FCC system, so that total number of atom per unit cell is about 4. Okay. So after simplification, so we are getting value about 26.99. So it is almost about 27, isn't it? So that molar mass of this metal is about 27 gram per mole. Probably this will be nothing but aluminum, isn't it? Because aluminum metal only having molar mass about 27 gram per mole. Okay, right. Now let us have a look at the options. So question number 11, isn't it? So the first option 27 gram per mole. So that is the right answer. Okay. So this is the right answer. Okay, right. Now we go for question number 12. What is the number of carbon atoms per unit cell in diamond crystal? Okay. So what is the number of atoms per unit cell? Number of carbon atoms per unit cell in diamond crystal. Okay. You are given options 1, 6, 4 and 8. Okay, right. Now, whereas diamond is having a cubic close packing arrangement. Diamond has cubic close pack arrangement, which is nothing but FCC arrangement, isn't it? Right. So it has 8 corner atoms as well as 6 face center atoms. Along with that, half of the tetrahedral voids also occupied by corner atoms. So CCP structure, the number of atom per unit cell is about 4. So octahedral voids are about 4. Tetrahedral voids are about 8, isn't it? But totally there are 8 corner atoms, 6 face center atoms, and half the tetrahedral voids are also occupied by carbon atoms. Okay, right. Now, corner atom is 8. 8 into corner atom contribution 1 by 8, so that you are getting 1, isn't it? Similarly, at the face center there are 6 atoms. So 6 into face center atom contribution 1 by 2, which is equal to 3. So that in the corner and face center together, totally there are 4 corner atoms, isn't it? As well as 50% of octahedral voids also occupied by carbon atoms, isn't it? 50% of tetrahedral voids also occupied by carbon atoms. Total tetrahedral voids is about 8. 50%, in the sense 1 by 2 into 8, so that we are getting 4. So that there are 4 carbon atoms in the tetrahedral voids along with corner atoms as well as face center atoms. So I have to add 4 with that, so that totally I am getting about 8. So that in diamond, the total number of carbon atoms in diamond, total number of carbon atoms per unit cell is about 8. Okay, so 8 is the answer. Now let us have a look at the options. Okay, right. Question number 12. What is the number of carbon atoms per unit cell in diamond? Okay, so which is the right answer? Option D. Okay, right. Okay. Now we go for next question. Question number 13. A mixed oxide has CCP lattice. 1/4 of the tetrahedral voids are occupied by divalent metal ions. All the octahedral voids are occupied by monovalent metal ions. Then what will be the molecular formula? So the question is, a mixed oxide CCP lattice, 1/4 tetrahedral voids occupied by divalent metal ions. All the octahedral voids are occupied by monovalent metal ions. What will be the molecular formula? Okay, right. So now, let us go for the solution. The oxide has CCP lattice, isn't it? So that number of atom per unit cell will be about 4, or number of ions per unit cell will be about 4, isn't it? Right. Now, octahedral voids also nothing but the same number 4. Tetrahedral voids twice the number of atoms, so that it is nothing but 8, isn't it? Whereas 1/4 of tetrahedral voids are occupied by divalent cation. So let us assume A2 plus as divalent cation. 1/4 of the tetrahedral voids. So that total tetrahedral voids is about 8 into only 1/4 are occupied, isn't it? 8 into 1/4, so 2. So that in that oxide there will be 2 divalent metallic ions, isn't it? Then all the octahedral voids are occupied by monovalent metal ions, isn't it? So let us assume B plus is monovalent metal ion. In the CCP lattice, the total octahedral voids are about 4, so that all the octahedral voids are occupied by B-type ion, isn't it? That is nothing but monovalent ion, isn't it? So this is octahedral void, okay. Then there will be 4 oxide ion also, okay, right. Up now in this lattice, the number of A2 plus divalent ion number is 2, monovalent ion number is 4, then oxide ion is 4, okay. So I write it here, divalent ion symbol A about 2, monovalent ion B, its number is about 4, oxide ion also 4, okay. A2, B4, O4, I divide by a common number 2, so that I am getting AB2O2. So that is the molecular formula of that mixed oxide, okay. AB2O2, okay. Right, look at the options. So look at option D, AB2O2, that is the correct answer, okay, right. The last question, the number of octahedral voids per atom in CCP lattice. Number of octahedral voids per atom in CCP lattice, okay, right. CCP lattice, number of atom per unit cell 4. Number of atom per unit cell is 4. Number of octahedral voids is the same number 4, isn't it? Right. Number of tetrahedral voids 2 into number of atoms, it's nothing but 8, okay, right. Now the question is, how many number of octahedral voids present per atom? How many number of octahedral voids per atom in CCP, okay, right. In one unit cell there are 4 octahedral voids. That is, for 4 atoms there are 4 octahedral voids. For 1 atom, that is per atom there will be 1 octahedral void. So that the answer is 1, okay. So number of octahedral voids per atom in CCP is about 1. So option A is the right answer, okay.